We weren't really thrilled with what was out there for rotator cuff and shoulder strengthening and this and that. And we were watching teammates left and right, lose their careers and lose their scholarships due to rotator cuff injury. And we felt that there was something more that could be done and take it to that next step.
We didn't know how to go about things. We were, young. We would just take advice, get sent to PT, and go through the regimens. Never had a surgery, but always felt after leaving my therapy session that it just wasn't progressing.
It wasn't until I got into medical school and learned more about the joint, spent time with orthopedic surgeons and whatnot, that we saw like a complete picture, that if we were to put a team together of all these minds from different fields, that we could eventually create this device that we've wanted to make in so many different ways. Yeah, it's very satisfying envisioning a device that you haven't built yet, and then seeing it come to life. And then you see people use the machine and see the results. That's a special feeling that is unlike anything I've ever experienced on a personal level.
Anytime I go sit on the device and use it to just test out the new capabilities we've added and get off the machine and actually think like, dang, this thing's actually working. And it's extremely satisfying.
What we're able to provide for people is a solution to these problems, a well thought out plan that you can follow that can give people the confidence to get back on the road to recovery and injury prevention.
We've gone through many iterations of, prototypes and stuff, and from day one, the very first one, we were kind of shocked at how well, like the little muscles would burn, just doing simple movements on it. It was so dynamic in itself, but obviously through trial and error and, innovation, that it's improved on so many different levels with, sensor tech and moving forward into, databases and user friendliness and stuff like that. It's improved so much.
We thought of ourselves as, how would it be the equivalent of being in a pool of water that you can change the density of the water from water to, say, mercury, while having that freedom of range of motion, but without being obviously submerged in a fluid. And it really took impressive engineering to achieve that.
It's not just a rubber band where you have to pull it in one direction and it pulls you back, or a freeway where you're laying on a bench resisting it from falling to the ground. You can be in any position and there's resistance, and we're able to change that resistance and track where you're going with it.
So whatever we can lend ourselves to and help the medical community working on the shoulder joints, we want to work with them to help move the field forward. So our passion comes through both personal experience and the prevalence of the disease in general. So we have physical therapists, both private practice and academic, on our team, as well as orthopedic surgeons, both in the academic space. And really, when we were developing the technology, we really went to these experts to get their input and feedback on what we needed to change, what we needed to do better. The fact that we've all persevered in an industry that's highly complicated to get into, from a small town in Montana to where we are today, has taken a lot of grit and perseverance out of each and every one of the members of our team. When you're partnering with our team, you get everything we have. You get full transparency, honesty, and grit.